Yesterday, I did a topic on Strong Opinion Sports about how I believe the Raiders are ready to move on from Derek Carr. Based on the things I've been hearing, based on what I've seen on film, and boom! The Raiders signed free agent quarterback Marcus Mariota. Mariota, I've never known. I've lived in Oregon. I still should know. I don't. Woo! People were so mad at me. I literally yesterday said, hey, I think the Raiders are getting kind of tired of Derek Carr. And people are like, no way, Zach, you're crazy. Ah! Sorry, but hey, they're ready to, they're not necessarily moving on. The whole thought process here is that they're bringing in Marcus Mariota to compete with Derek Carr. Ooh, it's never good to be Derek Carr in this scenario, to bring in a really good quarterback to be behind you. So Ryan Tannehill came in last year and took Marcus Mariota's job. Now the question is, can Marcus Mariota do the same thing that Ryan Tannehill did to him? The guy's 26 years old. He'll be 27 in October. He's got a ton of talent. Talent has never been the problem with Marcus Mariota. And I got to say, the Raiders like Derek Carr. They don't hate him as a person. He's been a good leader for their franchise. He's a very nice young man. They all feel good about him. But the things I'm hearing from the Raiders is, look, we like the guy. He hasn't executed well enough. It's time for him to get going. We've been waiting, and the execution just hasn't been good enough. And to be quite frank, since his back injury, he's been kind of skittish in the pocket, hasn't been quite what we needed as a quarterback. And Raiders fans, when I said that I think the Raiders are, just to let you know, I think the Raiders are ready to move on from Derek Carr. Raiders fans went, oh, you're horrible, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. And they kept saying, well, Derek Carr is good enough. Derek Carr is a good enough quarterback. Yeah. The problem is good enough isn't actually good enough for the Vegas Raiders. The Raiders want a great quarterback. The Raiders want a star quarterback, a guy who can make big plays and win them more games. And the thing is, that hasn't been Derek Carr in recent years. They just feel like, yeah, they know that the roster and the team has other problems. Derek Carr is not the only problem with the Raiders in the last couple of years, but definitely Derek Carr could have been better, and they want better. They don't want a guy that's good enough. They want a guy who's great. And it's very possible that with John Gruden's coaching, Marcus Mariota could become a great quarterback and the great quarterback that the Raiders need in Las Vegas. In case you don't know, Strong Opinion Sports is not just a YouTube channel. It is also a full audio podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, pretty much everywhere you find podcasts. And if you like podcasts, please do me a huge favor and give it a listen.